being able to help Ugandans to continue consuming bread, because you realize that every healthy talk shows everyone is talking about white bread, carbs. Even when you have issues with digestion, when you have issues with cholesterol, it has no fats. For the people who are fighting with weight management, these are the best options.
The Netherlands-Uganda trade and investment platform NUTIP support Dutch companies and organizations in exploring, entering, and expanding within the Ugandan market. NUTIP promotes bilateral trade and investment between the Netherlands and Uganda, opening access to a strong network of business and institutional contacts that facilitate partnerships and business growth in a rapidly developing economy. Working closely with the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in Uganda, NUTIP serves as a key point of contact, support, and information for Dutch and Ugandan entrepreneurs seeking to build sustainable and impactful business collaborations.
Today we are at Bbrood Garden City, a brand which originated from the Netherlands. In Africa, it was established first in Uganda, then Bbrood Kenya, and Bbrood Rwanda. Bbrood means bread. Bbrood has quite a number of products, and one of our main product is a spelt bread, rich in protein. Bbrood was founded in Uganda in 2012 with Mrs. Rene Pata as the director of the brand. She came to Uganda for a project and realized there was no bread. For her, bread is food. Uganda needed a brand like Bbrood. Since then, she established the brand back in Uganda, has outlets and partnerships. We have Garden City, Mienga, Nalia at the Delight House, the Hub Supermarket in Lubowa, the Upland Supermarket. When you go to Butabika, we are housed by La Villa. And apart from coming to our outlets, we also deliver. Reach us on our website, thehealthoption.ug. Then you can also order for all your favorite sourdough breads and other products via Glovo. Doing business in Uganda is interesting, but people invest beautiful ventures like how you see the brand. But one of the challenges that the brands and the investors find is the higher taxes, access to fundings and finance, inflation. Those have all been challenges that encounter the business. However, it is strong and still standing, but those are some of the things that we encounter. We have a team of about 40 staff, including bakers, the sales team, finance, and administration. What I like most about the Bbrood team, especially as a team leader, is the team is able to be flexible, work together. When there is anything invented, everyone is interested in knowing what the product is, and they're happy to sell the product. The opportunities are quite very many because Uganda has expatriates and a local community which is actually turning into feeding and living healthy. And one of the opportunities is we are happy to teach Ugandans about the healthy sourdough breads, which you cannot find anywhere in the Ugandan bakeries. And the opportunity here as well is to tell them the process, what is a sourdough. The process of making these breads, it is not just making bread. It is made with love, passion, because it is a process which takes between 18 to 24 hours of preparation for ready sourdough bread without additives, preservatives, and flavors. The other opportunity is this is not just bread, it is food, it is medicine. Having to have a healthy bread your way, we receive so many people who tell us, my doctor said I should come to Bbrood and pick a loaf and get a whole wheat and get a spelt. We are always looking forward to those opportunities. Then being able to help Ugandans to continue consuming bread, because you realize that every talk shows, healthy talk shows, everyone is talking about, oh, white bread, oh, carbs, this and that. Our bread is one of the best breads that you can have. Even when you have issues with digestion, when you have issues with cholesterol, it has no fats. For the people who are fighting with weight management, these are the best options. It manages your weight. You don't get overboard because it has no additives and no preservatives. Because most of the Ugandans do not know this type of bread, and most of them actually don't think it exists. Everyone thinks bread is unhealthy. Our projection is to capture 50% of the high-end markets, low and middle income Ugandans, because that is where we need to start from, teaching Uganda about healthy bread. We have been to several markets in the business where we go to showcase our products. These are local markets which are also have part of expatriates. They really understand the bread, and for some of the local Ugandans, you would really have to explain so much about the bread, why the color, why the look, why this and this and that. And so there is an experience of when we've been to the market. The brand has gone ahead to invent a type of bread best for Ugandan. Every time we get to the market, our bread is so good, soft, tasty. And then there is a customer who has never gotten that experience of a very tasty, soft bread. And then when you get to the customer has to ask you, like sometimes you are overwhelmed. They don't even expect that there's a brand which can make a bread as good as bread. As NUTIP members, we have quite a number of benefits from being part of the NUTIP. Bbrood being a Dutch brand, we are definitely part of the organization, and has really helped us to expand the market to the expatriates, especially those who are from the Netherlands. We had many opportunities to showcase, sell. We got an advantage when we were visited by the ambassador, and that was really exciting. That was not just a normal visit for Bbrood. The ambassador got interested in how we operate, was happy to see the brand is established here the way it is back home. The other opportunity, being able to network, because it has quite a number of different entities. And from those entities, we have been able to get customers who have ordered for breakfast, lunches, and it is good business. Some of the achievements we've had has been being able to supply some of the biggest hotels and hospitals in Uganda. We are very proud that a hospital can come and say the residents and the patients, the children have to be fed by Bbrood because they are looking towards having a healthy lunch and breakfast. The reason as to why it is called sourdough is because the mixture of the dough is left to grow by itself. It grows between 18 to 24 hours to have sourdough bread. That is unique about the bread. We do not put any preservatives. We do not put any additives to make it grow. So it is given time to grow by itself, developing that sourness. In our shops, we keep the bread for a day. We serve fresh every day. The rest of the food given to a home that we work with, a home of children with disabilities, Bless a Child Foundation. The food that remains on shelf is not thrown away, and it is not bad food. Since the concept says we sell fresh every day, all the food that remains on shelf, we give it to the children to also have a meal. I am very much humbled to have you here today. My name is Justine Natembo, Head of Sales and Marketing, Bbrood.
That was just the beginning. There are more powerful stories waiting to be told, each one revealing the unique ways Dutch Ugandan entrepreneurs are building bridges, creating jobs, and transforming industries. If this episode moved you, inspired you, or taught you something new, share it, tag us, and subscribe at nutip.org. Bridges of Impact is brought to you by NUTIP, celebrating Dutch Ugandan entrepreneurship.